How can I parent my tween or my teen is a question that I got asked recently. So I've been doing some videos and posts on how around about 10, so it's different in every child, but roughly around then, their brain starts going through a lot of changes. And it's really clever when you think about it because when a child is young, they are born with so many neurons in their brains, it's ridiculous. But most of them aren't connected up, so they're not sharing information in the brain. And this huge journey starts in the womb and beyond, particularly when they are born, of connecting all the neurons up. And these create things called neural pathways. And so many happen when they're young. And there are ongoing times in their development where it gets tidied up a bit. But from around, cannot emphasize this enough, around 10 years of age, a big, what I often call, and many others do, pruning process happens because there's loads and loads and loads of strands coming off all the neurons, and adult life demands, sadly, of us that we're a bit more focused and on it than we get to be when we're children, if we are allowed to be when we are children. So, big upgrade, and it starts at the back of the brain, is what I have, reading all the neuroscience and heard many neuroscientists say. And it's a very, very slow, gradual, long journey. And what's happening is that different areas of the brain, again, this is what I have learnt from my reading, so please feel free to do your own research around this, is that, but I have also experienced it, particularly when I was raising my son, different areas of the brain, when it's really being upgraded, they just don't work very well. So if you have ever raised a young person, you may be familiar with there being times when they just literally can't seem to sort of put more than a couple of words or a word together at a time. And if you think about it, if that area, and the brain is very, very interactive, so it's quite hard to define that's exactly the area apparently for many things. But the speech and language areas are having a big upgrade, and the gardeners are in, then their ability to speak is going to actually be harder. It's the same with remembering things. It's huge what happens to them, and it goes on for a very, very long time, but in lots of different ways. So as the person raising and being present in the life of a child when all this is going on, and you may have several children at different stages, it's a lot. It's very confusing, and it feels like, well, this is how it felt like certainly when I was raising my son, but other people have been commenting on stuff I've been sharing. It feels like suddenly I didn't know him in the same way, and what he was showing me is that you need to interact with me differently now. You need to, approach me differently. This is not going to be the same. And I really initially floundered, because you kind of have a rhythm, don't you, of how you're interacting with your child. So by him showing me again and again, and me realizing, okay, me feeling frustrated with him, angry, feeling like I need to get him to do this. None of this is working. It's just making things worse. So I need to go back to what he taught me as a very young child, which is I need to put my relationship with him at the core of this, and then we'll have a connection, and then there will be times, not always, that, he might be open to kind of collaborate with me a bit like he'd always been doing. So the question that I was asked was, how do I parent and care for my child when all of this is going on? What do I need to know? What do I need to change? So if you have already been raising your child by focusing most of all, first and foremost, on yourself, so that however they're behaving, whatever they're doing, not doing, you know that the first station that you're going to stop at is you, and just catch yourself in some way, because whatever they're doing, it will have caused some kind of reaction in you, good, bad, or ugly. So you need to start with you, focus on you, and have something that is your go-to, that instead of letting your mouth run away at them, you are focusing on steadying yourself before you do anything, unless of course it's a dangerous situation. It has to start with you. Then it's about offering some kind of connection to them. Now, when they are going through this massive time of change, this is going to be potentially one of the trickiest bits, because how you used to connect with them might not work for them at the moment, because certain part of their brain is being upgraded. They're going through so much internal emotional confusion that, yeah, it just doesn't work. So it doesn't mean that they don't want you or like you or love you. It just means it doesn't work. So you might have to, test drive a few things and just try again. Calm yourself down again, get yourself settled again, and try again. Or leave them for a bit and try again. Because it's not that you're necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just that their system, yes, like I said, it's in chaos. A lot of the time it's overwhelmed. They're full of emotions. They're scared. They're many, many, many things. And it's about us just having to find that little golden thread. And it might be a very short golden thread. You might be allowed into their space for a tiny amount of time. Okay. So that's the way it is, but you still get a little connection, even if, I don't know, say they're playing on a game that you just show some interest, or you show some curiosity, and you might get back, oh no, that's not right. So you might not get back what, it's not like in the movies, as we know, this parenting business, is it, raising children, but you still offer the golden thread of connection. It's really about us, and I say this with much love and with having done it very wrong a lot of the times, getting over ourselves and not taking the reaction from them, which does feel sometimes and very, very personal, to heart. They are struggling. This is hard for them. They're often scared. They're often emotionally overwhelmed, in chaos, all of those things. They really do want us. They just, they're going through chaos, and it comes in small amounts, large amounts, medium sized. It really is for this journey, and it is a journey that we have to focus on ourselves so that we can keep extending the golden thread. And I remember when my son started going out and about more, having to say to him, okay, so we need you to be in by 11 because you've got blah 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 tomorrow, so is there anything I can do to help you around that? And he may have gone no, or he's a very sweet boy, but anyway, who knows, I don't remember exactly. And he didn't always come in by 11, but again, it's not about having a go, giving him a consequence. It's about caring how he was. Is he okay? Is there anything I can do to help? He gets it. He knows he needs to do the thing. He's struggling to do the thing. So I'll do some more videos on this, but I just thought I'd get the ball rolling with this one.